We thought today that we'll strike while the iron's hot. We
Yes.
thought today we would do, inspired by the London is Blue podcast, who do a similar thing every year called the Keep Sell Loan List of the
Keeps
squad.
alone.
Yeah, we're going to go through every player that's currently listed on the Chelsea website's first team squad, and we are going to discuss who we think is going to leave, who we think we want to leave, keeping, selling.
Yeah.
And it's all very easily understandable. So we'll jump into that now. I guess there's no need to wait.
No, yeah, let's go. Let's
And we'll
go.
start with the keepers. The first one, number one, Kepa Arrizabalaga. Now,
Go.
you want to sell on that?
Sell, please.
Sell. I think I'm the same. I think that for 2 years we've had two bog standard goalkeepers. And if you want to be a truly great team, you need a proper goalkeeper who saves you in moments. I don't think any of these keepers are clutch enough consistently to save you over the course of a season. Not like someone like Alisson who does it consistently every year in bad
Or
seasons
Edison.
or good seasons. Yeah. I would sell Kepa. He is right up there with one of the worst transfers.
He's just he's just not cutting the mustard, is he?
He's just not that guy.
I mean,
he's just not that guy.
There's so many holes that you can poke in his game.
Yeah.
There's he's not an all-round keeper. I think he's just, you know what? He's the definition of winging it, really. If you think about it, he's not sort of good at anything specific. He's sort of all right at everything. He's like a jack of all trades, but a shit one.
Yeah, and he's 28 now as well, and he's not really kicked on to become a world-class keeper, so he never will, if you ask me at this point. So, yeah, I agree. Let's sell Kepa Arrizabalaga. Next one, Marcus Bettinelli. Obviously,
I mean, he's a third keeper.
Yeah, third keeper. He's English.
He's English. He's good on the bench because apparently he's really good in change room. Personality-wise, keeps everybody in good spirits. I say keep. Keep Bettinelli. He's not on much. I know that much because when he joined, he was like, I don't care. It's just money for nothing, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
He's literally just sitting on a bench earning probably 10K a week. Yeah, and he just brings a good spirit. So I keep. Yeah. What about you?
I mean, I kind of get that. I can't think of any keepers majorly from the academy who should be there instead of him. And to be honest, when you're that age as a keeper, you need to play games. So there's no point keeping them in the squad just to never play. You may as well send them out. So I agree. Keep him on, as you said. Good vibes. Doesn't get paid much. He's English, so he doesn't add to our foreign players list, which is really clutch.
No.
And so fine. Yeah, we'll keep him around.
Yeah. We'll keep him.
Next one, Edouard Mendy.
Mendy
obviously hasn't seen a lot of action this season, which I'm sure he's quite disappointed by. He was injured, I think, towards the beginning, but then Graham Potter came in and wanted to play Kepa exclusively. I think Mendy's good. I think he's also angling for a new contract. He wants better wages, which is fair enough because he did have he had an unbelievable season where he won a Champions League and an African Cup of Nations. So he has pedigree, and I think he'll probably want to move on and get paid better and be a guaranteed starter, which I think he probably I think he'll be able to get himself that. So if I were us, I'd cash in now while his value is still half decent.
I would say sell. He hasn't played a lot, been injured. He's 31 as well. So he's so I mean that's a prime for goalkeeper, really.
Yeah.
But I mean he's not he's not Czech.
No,
you know
exactly,
what I mean? He's nowhere near. He had a really good sort of half a season for us, which obviously we won Champions League, blah blah. But since then, nothing really. I mean, he's made some grave errors. So has Kepa, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think Mendy sell. I think we just need to freshen up, man, because Kepa's been there since I was born, I swear. So
2018, 2018.
It just seems like way too long.
It does.
Yeah, just get rid of him. Get rid of Mendy because he's dead weight now that he's been injured.
Yeah.
He didn't seem the same bloke when he came back on. Get rid of him.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Next one. The youngster signed from Chicago Fire not long ago in August 2022. American goalkeeper Gabriel Slonina, who is currently on 4 clean sheets in a row at the Under-20 World Cup and apparently putting in a blinder and making some amazing saves. So Definitely one for the future. He's still only 19.
But he is American. I don't like American.
He might be one of the good ones.
No, I think keep.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I don't know what his ambitions are. It's always risky to go for a really young goalkeeper because you don't want to, such a key position. You don't want to risk it with somebody who's only, 19. Yeah, he hasn't played that much first team football. We have other young keepers on our books who have played way more.
Yeah.
But he looks promising. He's had good games already.
Very promising.
In the Under-20 World Cup. He was starting for an MLS team when he was 18, so that says something about his character and his ability. So interesting one to keep an eye out for.
And the maturity of that.
Maturity, exactly. Yeah, that's always good character. You like to see that in someone's character.
Yeah.
Who knows with him?
I think keep. Yeah, I like him. I've seen bits and bobs about him. Seems like a good lad.
I think a number 2 would be a good shout. If we sign. It's hard, isn't it? Because I'd want us to sign a class goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But then
who's out there?
What's he going to think?
Well, we'll discuss that in another thing.
Exactly,
but,
But no, I think
we do need another keeper.
Yeah, we're not going to sell. Potentially a loan, maybe a loan somewhere in Europe might be good for him. But we did it. Think about it. We did it with Courtois. Like we rode out last couple of years of our Czech deal, and then Courtois was out on loan at Atletico and came back as probably the best goalkeeper in Europe. So maybe that will work. The same thing with Selena, but we don't know because. As you said, goalkeepers' primes don't hit until they're like plus 30, really. So he's got a long time until they get there. Right, let's move on from the goalkeepers to our defensive players. The first one we have.
First off, my guy.
Your guy.
Go on, that's what I thought he was going to say. Benoit.
Benny Bad Boy. The Benny Bad Man. Bad Boy. Class player. Obviously got injured.
Sell him.
Unfortunately. Signed him from Monaco in January on a 7.5-year deal. He's 6'4". He's a unit. He's strong. He breaks his knee and then keeps playing. He doesn't care.
Wolverine.
Adamantium skeleton. He's fine. Definitely keep. He's been a real
I love that.
revelation.
We said adamantium skeleton in that podcast, and then the next week he gets injured.
we jinxed it. Sorry, Benoit. But no, I mean, a bright spark of this season. Didn't expect him to be as good when he came in, but he's looked really assured. Good passing. He's massive. He's mobile, and I'm excited to see how he develops. He's still how old?
Definitely.
He's still only 22 for God's sake. Very impressive. Next one, then. The Brazilian veteran himself, Thiago Silva. Yeah, I think he's still got a year. I think he's had an extension.
Keep
him. He wants to stay. He's come out and said that he loves being in Chelsea. He loves the club.
He loves
his
Chelsea.
Family love the club. His kids
we
are
love
playing for Chelsea.
We love you, Silva.
Exactly. I can see a reason why you might want to move him on because it's an old player, maybe taking up minutes from someone who else could come in. But he's up. He's literally. He's just been voted our player of the season. Yeah, and he will hold a massive amount of respect and authority in the dressing room, and I think that's really important. I think
he's a.
Go on.
Sorry, I was going to say he's a valuable asset because the other centre backs and the other defenders can learn so much from him if they have a season with him.
Yeah, definitely.
So the likes of Chalobah, Badia, Shil, Fofana, if they all just have a season in and around Silva and keep on playing with him. Yeah. Then I think is it invaluable, like information, knowledge from an absolute goat of the defensive scene.
Yeah, definitely. And if you keep him around until he retires, then you probably got a coach on your hands straight away. If he wants to get into coaching, it's a direct line. So, keep Thiago Silva.
Keep.
Now this is where I think it gets a bit tricky. Trev Chalobah is the next centre-back. Number 14, my favourite number.
You're going to hate this.
Uh-oh.
I don't know, actually. What are you going to say?
Well, I think he is really good.
I think he's good.
And I've been really, since he came in, the early last season, I think he's shown that he has a lot of talent, a lot of skill. He's quick. He's strong. He's actually a really good passer. We've seen his long-range shooting is really good. He defends really well. He gets low and he keeps his feet moving quickly and he turns quickly to go with players.
So
the problem is he's a very, very sellable asset.
He
Because
is, but I don't want to sell him.
No, okay.
I don't want to sell him.
Uh-oh.
What about a loan?
Why would we loan him? Why does he need a loan?
I don't know. But like, he just seems like he needs that little bit more. I don't know what it is about it. I love him; he's absolutely class. But I think I don't know. There's something missing, and I don't know what it is. And maybe a loan to another team just for maybe a half a season or a season can instill whatever he's missing into him. That's just my thoughts, obviously.
Okay.
But I think,
fair enough. I mean, I think he's.
Other than that, keep him.
Yeah, I wouldn't call him the finished article, but I think he's pretty close.
That's what it is.
For his
right?
age,
he's not the finished article.
Yeah, for his age and his profile, I think he brings a lot. He's English. He's been here since he was an under-9 player. He's very versatile. Can play left back, left centre back. He can play in midfield. He played in midfield on loan to Lorient.
You know what? Maybe after another year of being in and around Silver, maybe he'll have that. He'll be the finished article then. So maybe not alone. Maybe just keep him going.
I think I'd like to keep
know.
him,
in my head, I'm like maybe a little loan somewhere, like a little AC Milan or something like that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he needs it. I think he's all right, but I just think what's tough is that he, as I said, he's a very sellable asset, and if we're looking to recoup money after the massive expenditure,
pure profit,
then he is somebody who could be liable to go because it's an easy sell. And we could probably get 25, 30 million for him easily in this market.
And that's right now. I mean, next season you're talking more. So I reckon keep him. And put him with Silver. Get him a lot of game time because he's not had too much game time under all these jokes of a manager we've had. So
he's been a bit in and out. Yeah, I know. And we've got so many players. Yeah.
Exactly, we just got to whittle them down.
Yeah, we do.
And that's what I'm thinking. Maybe there's too many. Maybe a little loan. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how long he's got left on this deal. I don't actually know that. It'd be interesting to know how that would affect things. Anyway, let's move on because I would be here all night.
Yeah.
Ben Chilwell, keep.
Ben Chilwell, keep.
Yeah. On his day, literally one of the best left wing backs in the world. Great engine, good shooter.
All round top bloke.
When him and James are at their best and they're on both flanks, they're a fantastic
Well, they won us the Champions League. Exactly. Let's be honest.
So I wouldn't want to see Chile go. The interesting thing is kind of his deputy, but we'll talk about that later when we get to other left backs. Reece James, keep.
Keep.
Yeah, keep.
One of the boys.
Quite injury prone at the moment. Hopefully,
again,
he's going to have a long summer's break. No international tournaments to play. I think he's going to have he has surgery on an issue.
We've got international tour. Oh, mind you, is he going to?
I don't think he's in it.
Is he going to play in the American?
Oh, sorry. No? I meant England stuff. He's not playing in any of the England
no,
stuff.
none of that stuff. But even if there was, we withdraw him anyway.
Yeah.
We withdrew Lewis Hall and Thingy as well. So. No, I think keep. Yes, see how he does. I just need people to get healed and not be injured.
Again, on his day,
frustrating.
On his day, best right back in the
world. Yeah, probably right. Yeah, best right back in the world.
The most balanced. It just brings everything. Yeah. As we all
know.
Power,
speed, agility, shooting, stamina,
passing, crossing,
defending, attacking.
Bastardry. He loves fucking barging people.
Yeah. I mean, he could even just sit in the middle of the pitch, draw a painting for, why not? Little talent here, there, and everywhere.
He would be good in centre mid. When he was on loan at Wigan, as an 18-year-old, literally like ended the season as centre mid. They bloody gave him the captaincy on the last game of the seaon.
I don't know if you are the same, right? But do you remember when we won the Champions League, right? About a couple games beforehand, or it might have been for the Real Madrid game. It really he sort of went from a boy to a man. And I don't know if anybody else noticed. I'm probably just going off my head, but he just I don't know. He came into that game and he just had like this presence about him.
Yeah.
Like he's been reassured. I'm here. I am him.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And he became him. He's ridiculously good.
Yeah.
So
keep him.
Yeah. No. Keep.
Next one. Kalidou Koulibaly. Ooh. That's awkward. I mean.
Sell.
Yeah, sell.
Sorry. Sell.
I really don't want to be a typical reactionary football fan. I know it's tough, not to be in this modern era. We've had the worst season ever with him as like one of our major centre backs. He has been injured, obviously, as well, like everyone has.
The
But
amount of mistakes he's made.
yeah, I think the guy picks up yellow cards for fun. He picks up red cards for fun. He looks like he's constantly out of the loop when it like in a Premier League game. He's like he can never get up to the pace, and
It looks lost. Most of the time, it just looks lost. But the thing is, right, he's a class defender.
Yeah.
And I just don't think he works with this team.
Yeah.
I don't think he fits in with the pace and the style that we go for. Well, mind you, it might change with Pochettino, but I don't think he fits in with the likes of Fofana, Chalobah, and Silva. I don't think he's not, he's not, I don't know, man. He's just not that bloke.
Well, I think
Sell.
Yeah, I think that's the thing as well, is that I would rather him not be in the squad and we have players like Chalobah play and we have Thiago Silva and we have Badiashile and Fofana play. I just think he kind of gets in the way of... Oh, and bloody hell.
Yeah.
We'll have Levi Colwill coming back from Brighton as well, who's just had an amazing season.
Sorry, and he's 31.
And he's 31. So,
sorry, Sal.
I can see him go. I can see him go. We're going to struggle because he's on a massive contract, unfortunately. So we're going to struggle to shift him. But if we can, then
it'd be great.
I think
because we need to whittle down this team anyway. So
we do, and
I think Koulibaly sell.
Yeah, I agree. Koulibaly sell.
Aspi Cesar Azpilicueta. Sell.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's
sell or just let go.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Is the contract running out?
No, I don't know.
I think he's got 1 year left.
Didn't he just get?
But I think he's allowed
didn't
to
he
go.
only have a 1 year extension?
Yeah, I think he's got 1 year left because I've seen somewhere that people are trying to sign him from us and we're going to let him go at a cut price.
Yeah.
But if not, regardless, he's going anyway. Thank you for everything, Dave. We'll just call you legend. What a Chelsea career! Signed for like £7 million donks ago in 2012.
Became an absolute dominant force on that right back.
Yeah. A true legend. We'll miss him a lot. He's a good bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck to him.
You've outgrew the Premier League now, I think. Especially with all the new talent coming through. I mean, you got absolutely pocketed by, what was his name from Manchester City?
Cole Palmer.
Yeah, you got absolutely pocketed by him. So, I just think absolute class player, absolute class bloke.
Yeah.
It's just, I think he should have really gone just after the Champions League win.
Yeah.
And ended on a high.
Yeah.
But it is what it is,
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for everything he's done.
Well, he wanted to complete his collection, didn't he? Because he had to win the Club World Cup and the Super Cup. So he did that.
Yeah,
and now he's officially won every trophy at Chelsea. So an unbelievable career and an unbelievable trophy cabinet. Good luck to him.
Yeah.
Any of his future endeavours. Oh, Mark Cucurella.
So I can't stand the bloke.
I am absolutely disgusted. I'm disgusted. I can't believe we got flipping effing fleeced by Brighton, big time for Mark Cucurella,
I know, proper.
Who got voted their player of the season before he joined us. He's come in, and it's bad when you've got an 18-year-old centre mid from the academy who comes in at left back and looks worlds apart from you and your performances. Constantly too slow, rushing passes, not actually that good of a crosser.
Yeah. Or not passing at all.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have the engine really to get up and down the way that we need him to.
Just doesn't care anyway. Just always passing back. Sort of bit like, picky and choosy with who he wants to actually pass to. aka Mudryk.
Yeah.
But I just think he's just so overrated. And I think, Brighton fleeced us for him and they also fleeced us for Potter as well.
Yeah.
Double
fleeced. So again, though, I don't think his wages will be too high, but we signed him for £62 million.
Absolutely outrageous, overly priced piece of shit.
Yeah. I mean, he's still only 24, so he'll have 5 years left on his contract.
he could become something better, but I just don't see it.
I just think it's after a season like this, it's hard, isn't it, to give give people like the people who have been so bad all season the time. You just. I don't know. He's been a real letdown, and after seeing Lewis Hall perform the way he has, I don't have any time for Mark Cucurella.
As you said, worlds apart. Yeah. Absolute worlds apart.
Yeah. Next one, Wesley Fofana.
Yeah, keep.
Keep. Yeah.
Keep. Love him. Love
He's had a couple
Fofana.
injuries, which is a shame, but
Yeah,
we've seen when he has had stints in the team, he's looked class.
yeah.
Again, only young, 22 years old.
Very young.
Him and Badiashile could make literally a partnership that would last another 10 years, which would
Yeah,
be very exciting to
exactly.
see them develop together. So definitely keep.
And he's got very good leadership abilities already.
Yeah.
And you can see that within him. And again, if he has another season with Silva, he'll pick up on even more and put that into his game. So I think absolutely class player, and I'm hoping he's here for the long run.
Yeah.
Love Fofana, keep him
Yep.
at all costs. Keep him.
Great. And then the last defender on the list here is a fella called Alfie Gilchrist, who's from the academy, who was brought into the squad in the last couple of games of the season, didn't actually get any minutes, which is a shame that Lampard did that, but there we go.
That's Lampard.
Don't know much to say about him. He's only 19 from the academy. He's probably still got some development years. We have a lot of other good young centre-backs, so keep, but or loan. Keep or loan. Depends on how his development goes.
I think loan maybe to maybe like Crystal Palace or Brighton, something like that, just to get him experience in the Prem because it's a different kettle of fish. So maybe, or even just keep him. But is he going to get played? I don't know.
God no. Right. Well, that's all the defenders then on the list. As I said earlier, in relation to Levi Colwill, we do have others on loan. I guess we won't talk about them now because we're going to do a transfer show, aren't we? So maybe we'll cover those as players returning that kind of counts as transfers back into the club in a way. So we're just going to stick to who's in the squad now. Next player then. So the first one from the midfield, our Argentine dynamo, hopefully future legenda, Enzo Fernandez, the man with the terrible sleeves, tattoo sleeves.
Never sell. Can we put that? Never sell.
Never sell. I mean, £106 million worth every penny. You always know someone's good when a massive transfer like that goes down and nobody talks about how much it cost.
Exactly.
He has had a stonking start to his Chelsea career. Some of the best passing and assist making
I've ever seen.
Some
of them passes were outrageous.
Yeah.
Like they shouldn't have even been a thing.
Yeah.
And they just became a thing. Like he's an absolute magician.
Yeah.
And it's just a shame that he came into the team when we're literally at our lowest point for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
So I think, give him a season under Pochettino as well. I think he's going to be fantastic. I think he's going to be one of our players, absolutely standout player. And I saw a lot of people, saying, "Oh, is he worth 106? Is that, has he actually done anything?" Mate, he has done so much, and as you said, it's gone unrecognised because he's done so much. If you actually look at his stats, he has got well more pass accuracy, across the board of defending, attacking, all of it. Than some people that have played all bloody season.
Yeah.
So, Fabinho, just for instance, if you compare the stats, it's outrageous.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had a really good 18 games for Chelsea. I'm really happy with his progress.
He hasn't had a bad game, has he?
Not that. I mean, he's had games where it hasn't been great, but I can't remember him having a bad game. Yeah.
He's had average games.
I mean, his
average is better than our whole team at the moment.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. So, obviously, definitely keep. Fantastic player. I'm buzzing to see him next season with a coach who actually knows what he's doing. I'm really excited to see how the new coach can get a tune out of him. Yeah, Pochettino. N'Golo Kante is next on the list. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one.
He's a tough one. Now, right, okay, let's put this into perspective, okay?
He's had 9 games. He's had 9 appearances this season, all right? Not even. Yeah. He's had 685 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I love the geezer.
Yeah.
You love the geezer.
Yeah.
I think majority of Chelsea fans love the geezer. But he has been very injury prone.
Yeah.
He is an absolute class player on his day. I think we need to sell him. I'm sorry to say that. Right, and I'd love him to stay, but your wages are way too high, my brother. They're, as we was discussing this before the podcast. He's nearly on 300,000 a week to sit on a bench for most of the time and be injury prone. I think we, as much as I hate to say it, I think we need to sell Kante to then release them funds into the wage pool for more. We
For
could
other
get
talent.
the thing. We could literally have 4 people in place of him on wage on
Hmm.
like good wages.
Hmm.
Like it's ridiculous how much he's on,
Hmm.
but he's worth every penny at the same time
Yeah,
when he's fit.
yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Um,
I think sell.
I'm inclined to agree with you. It hurts me to say it. Um, People were saying like sell him like 2 years ago, um,
Mm.
and at the time it was like, all right, he's had one bad injury season. It'll be all right. He'll bounce back. But
But he hasn't
no,
really.
but it hurts because he's been out all of this season, and then he came
Yeah,
back, and then he got injured after like 3-4 games again,
yeah,
I don't know. It feels like the writing's on the wall a bit with his injury record now, which is a shame. It's always a shame to see a player who's so great, kind of be slowed down by injuries. And he's still got enough of a reputation that I think we could still make a good bit of money from him.
yeah.
And it doesn't look likely that he's going to extend his deal either. Talks
No,
I've seen aren't exactly progressing that well. So, yeah, I think I agree. I think you're right. I think
yeah,
if we're really going to go for it, I think there are loads of really good centre mids who have a similar profile to Kante in Europe,
yeah.
that we could
Up and
get.
coming
That yeah,
that we can nurture,
yeah,
put into our team, and get the best out of before their prime. And then obviously when they're in their prime, I think Kante's obviously past his prime now. We've
yeah.
had him in his
We
prime,
have
and we was very lucky to have him in his
definitely,
prime.
definitely, yeah, exactly. And yeah,
But I
exactly,
think he's run his course now and way too injury prone.
yeah,
On way too much wages. If he took a wage cut to 50 grand
yeah,
and was still injured, I keep him.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But as it is, you're nearly on 300,000
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
week,
yeah.
which is diabolical for someone who's not even on the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I love you, N'Golo. It pains me to say it. You're my G. What a fantastic player. If he does go, I will get an N'Golo kit to commemorate his time at the club because he has been my
Yeah,
favourite player. But yeah, I think you're right. Time's run its course. He needs. It's time to go, as the late great
time
Claude
to
from
go.
AFTV would say. Next player then, our number 8,
So
legendary number, Mateo Kovacic, the
yeah,
Croatian croissant. Um, yeah, I agree. So, somebody who clearly has an unbelievable amount of talent. He
yeah,
dribbles. His dribbling is up there with the likes of Hazard in terms of effectiveness, and it looks pretty. But there's more to being a midfielder than just being able to dribble.
yeah.
I feel like
Uh,
he's consistently not really reaching heights. Never really actually
Definitely
been
not.
truly impressive. He's had some good games. He had a good the season before this one. He had a good season by his
Yeah,
standards, but he still only got like 4 assists or something. He didn't put in
yeah.
work like other midfielders do.
It's the sort of same as Kante. Is run his course.
Yeah,
Thank you for your
yeah,
service. Jog on.
yeah. And again, I think we can recoup some of the money that we.
Yeah, I think
He
we
hasn't got
can.
long
Yeah.
left on his deal, but I think we can
How
get
much do
something
you
for him.
reckon we can get rid of him for?
I don't know. I mean, what did we sign him
40?
for? Well, we signed him for 40. When was that? That
30?
was in 2018, wasn't it? He's 29 now, so yeah, maybe I think between 20 and 30. Like a decent sized
I
club in
reckon
Europe.
between 30 and 40.
Yeah, I mean, I think really he does have the pedigree for sure. I think
Yeah,
he's got the pedigree and he has the reputation around Europe, which helps us.
yeah.
Um,
I can see him playing for Real Madrid,
what go
even though
back?
he's not that good.
What go back there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know.
I don't. I think they've got better players now. I think they've got.
Well, they have, but maybe a little bench warmer. I don't know.
I don't think he'll want to go back and do the same thing. I can see him going back to Serie A because he started his career most notably at Inter. I could see him doing good shit in Serie A.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'd sell him. I don't think we need him
yeah.
in this
So
profile anymore. Next player, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Lube them
I,
softest cheeks.
I want to keep
I
him,
want to keep him,
but I
but he's
think
not
he's
going to
going to be
stay.
sold.
Yeah,
But this is about what we want,
yeah,
not what's going to happen.
yeah,
I want to keep him.
yeah,
I think he's class.
yeah,
I think he just needs a bit more work, especially after 2019 where he had that bad injury.
yeah,
I think he's only sort of just getting to the levels where we can actually get him in the squad more. He played quite a lot this season, which I like to see. It's just giving him that time, and I think if you think like homegrown, you think you're Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I think I want to keep him. I
Yeah,
want to keep him.
no, me too. A pioneer of our academy, really. He was like the first massive talent to come out of our academy, probably since John Terry, in terms of reputation.
Yeah,
He's had a stop-start career, not really his fault. As you said, with the injury that he got in 2019 because of that stupid postseason friendly
friendly
on a
against
shit
fucking
pitch in
America,
America, that unfortunately
bastards.
really hampered his progress. But you know,
That's why I still think friendlies shouldn't exist. I'm sorry.
well, have them, but don't have them like the day after the season ends. Have them, in a normal preseason
Yeah,
period. But no, a really versatile player, as we've seen, can play right wing back, can play centre mid. He's actually played centre back at some points. Big, fast, strong. He's actually a good finisher at
yeah,
points and a great dribbler and passer as well. It will be a shame to
yeah.
see him go. I'm excited to see what he will do in another league, though. I think he could really dominate in a league like Serie A, which is apparently where he's
Oh,
going.
definitely.
But
Yeah,
no, I would like to keep him too. Again, a homegrown academy player. The vibes are good whenever that happens. So it'd be a shame to
yeah.
see him go. I'd like for him to stay, but I don't think he will. So thank you, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. You've been a good lad. Good luck with your next step. Next player, Mason Mount.
Sorry. Yeah. Little stutter there, mate. I think keep. I want to keep him.
Yeah.
I think he's a massive talent. We just obviously he's had a bit of injury. He's had disagreements with coaches and all
He's
that.
had this penis injury, hasn't he?
He's had his penis injury, so hopefully that's been enlarged now. So we move on from that. No, I think he's a class player. I think he is just Chelsea through and through. He's been at the club since he's a fetus. So I think I want to keep him. What about you?
Yeah, I want to keep him too. It's a tough one. I actually had a friend, Flavio, message me the other day and said, "Oh, I was listening to your podcast the other day, and I heard you going in on like for Mount to stay." He said, "I thought you didn't like him." I said, "Well, yes, obviously you've heard me over the years when I'm watching him moan about him being fucking, making the wrong pass or shooting at the wrong point, and he does have that in him. There are times where he makes decisions that really frustrate me, but you have to remember he's only 24." He's still got
Yeah.
a long time to go in his career. Lampard didn't really hit his peak until 25, 26. Another player who, our academy pumps out this kind of archetype of player. Athletically gifted,
Yep.
tactically astute, can take on instructions from managers really well, and can play in a variety of positions.
Yeah.
A really, really valuable part of any squad. And it'd be a shame to let him go for what seems like a petty contract dispute.
Yeah.
I would also like to keep him, but also caveat, because it is quite a controversial subject. Also caveat that no player is bigger than the club, and if we lose
No
him,
player is bigger
we'll be
than the
all right.
club, but I think it'd be a mistake in letting him go anywhere else, especially in the Premier League.
Yeah, I think that's what
I think it'll be another KDB situation.
I think that's what's worrisome. You're right. It's the fact that it's going to be another Premier League club that hurts. I think I could probably, if he went to Spain or France or Italy,
I could live with that.
I could live with it. But he's not. He's going to go to another Premier League rival if he does go, and
and it's going to be a big rival as well. It's not going to be
No.
your Brighton or your Southamptons.
No.
It's Southampton. Sorry, it's not Southampton anymore, is it? He's going to go to your Brighton. He's not going to go to your Brightons or your Luton Towns.
No.
He's going to go to Liverpool, Man City,
or United,
or United,
or even Arsenal apparently. So
ish.
Yeah.
If he goes to Arsenal, you're a rat.
Yeah.
But no, I want to keep him.
Yeah.
I love him. I reckon he's a good he's a good geezer as well. He just knows what he wants on his contract. Apparently, it was due to image rights. So fair enough. Pochettino wants to keep him. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. But I want to keep him personally.
Yeah. You're right. It's not cut and dry. That it's not definite that he's leaving. It's looking like it will happen, but this is football. Everything can change in a day, so we shall see. Next player, Dennis Zakaria.
So
I mean, he was on loan from Juventus. He's going back to the club.
Anyway.
It's been confirmed that he's going back anyway. So thanks for the 11 appearances you made this season.
I was just going to say thanks for nothing.
I actually think in moments he had some pretty he has some nice moments for us, and he has some good games around the Christmas period. And I thought, you know what, he looks like a useful addition to the squad. But he's kind of now in a long line of players that we keep loaning for a season that are just naff. When you think, give it to academy players who deserve those minutes, not these random bums from other clubs that we're just wasting a lot of money on to loan. Thanks for your 11 appearances, Dennis. Maybe if we could get him on a fucking cut price deal for $5 million and just have him in the squad, he could be useful. But again, I think we've got academy players who are better than him. So yeah, bye Dennis. Thanks for everything. Next player, Conor Gallagher. Quite a controversial figure in the Chelsea fan base because the Chelsea fan base is weird. But again, another academy player. Great engine.
I think he's class.
Yeah, great engine. Can facilitate loads of different roles. Can shoot.
Yep.
Can get in tackles. Can get involved in the game.
Endless amounts of energy.
A lot of potential for someone like Conor Gallagher. Still only 23. He likes being at the club. He's a local lad. He's
a good lad as well.
I don't think he would expect to play every game. He would understand his kind of role and position. And has showed in the Premier League that he can impact games and get goals. In fact, he got our goal of the season for his last minute winner against Crystal Palace.
Yeah, he scored. How many did he score this season?
Not that many.
Three goals this season.
Yeah. And the one from outside the box.
45 appearances, but I mean, it was a shit season overall. So 3 goals is quite good, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, I think he's class. I think he's actually class. And as you said, he's only young, so give it time.
Yeah.
I think keep
good
him.
Player.
Definitely keep him.
Carney Chukwuemeka is the next on the list.
Keep him.
I definitely keep him. If Mount goes, I think he would be the most able replacement for Mount in terms of a midfielder who's very attacking. His dribbling, and he's clearly a very talented leader as well because he in international level, England international level, under 20s captain, big part of that squad, and it shows that he clearly holds a lot of respect from the players around him. And normally you get that when you're the best player on the pitch, and I think normally he is. So a very talented young player. Again, if Mason goes, I think he'd be a perfect replacement.
Yeah, keep Chukwuemeka. I think he's going to be an absolute talent in the future.
And again, he's
not that he already is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's going to be an absolute class player.
He's got
Lewis Hall. Keep I love Lewis Hall.
Yeah, keeping the club. Bin off Cuckoo, and I'll have Lewis Hall as that.
Yes, please.
Left back because this kid has made an unbelievable
more impact.
I can't believe it. He's come from nowhere. Well, not from nowhere. I'm guessing if you follow the academy, you'll know about him. Oh, by the way, he also got the Academy Player of the Season this year.
Yeah, he did. Again,
he's only 18. He's been fantastic. Some of his crossing. Oh my God, Brev, it's been fantastic.
I remember. I think it was last year. Don't think it was this season, or was it? No, it must have. It was last year. We won against Chesterfield in the FA Cup, and I remember Lewis Hall playing.
He played,
and he was absolutely class.
Yeah.
And even then, I was like, I want to keep him. I was like, he's looking tasty. Not like that, but he's looking absolute quality.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to grow into an absolute outstanding player. Especially if he's along the side of the likes of Silva, Chile, all these people, and get Bin Cuckoo, keep Hall.
Definitely one for the future, big time. Very, very talented player. Next player on the list, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Useless. Sell. Sorry, the guy's a bum. He doesn't want to be here. He wants to go back to fucking Barcelona. It was a terrible transfer.
Go do whatever you want,
and kind of completes the roundup of terrible transfers we made under Tuchel, who has always been known for his terrible talent ID, and it shows because the players he wanted in the squad this season have all kind of been flops. So it shows that don't trust Tuchel when it comes to purchasing players. Good luck buying in your future transfer endeavours. I mean, literally, Aubameyang probably didn't want to be here from day one, especially as Tuchel was sacked the game after he joined.
I know,
which
ridiculous.
Was probably never part of the plan for him or Tuchel, but there we go. Thanks for continuing our number 9 striker curse. But we'd like to see you go. Goodbye, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Yeah. And another person I want to sell, Christian Pulisic.
Yeah, Christian Pulisic.
Get out of my club.
Yeah.
Because you stink.
The guy's a bot. Apparently he made 30 appearances this season, which I can't believe.
The guy's a fucking NPC.
He's 24. He's got good resale value. I think we could probably get like 20 mil for him easily. There are clubs apparently interested in him. I'm not into him at all. I've seen enough from him. There are a lot of obviously fans who are kind of overzealous about their praise of him, probably because they're American and so is he. But if that's the best player that America can give us, then they're in trouble, Brev, because this guy's pants. All right.
Yep.
He's never ever going to reach the heights he did for that 8-game stretch in the lockdown season.
No.
That was a blip in his career. That's not the norm. And he's just a bot.
And for him to be Mr. America, said something about American.
Well, that's
players,
what I mean,
honestly.
bro. That's what I mean. It's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
So sorry, Christian.
So that's Pulisic. João Felix.
Again, he's gone back on loan now. His loan has ended. Really.
Now Pochettino doesn't want him, does he?
No. So it's come out. The Atletico hierarchy have come out and said, specifically the president, Enrique Cerezo, we have been informed that Poch does not count with João Felix for Chelsea. He will return here. We'll see. We've nothing planned. That's from Fabrizio Romano. And Pochettino has already announced in negotiations that he does not want João Felix in his Chelsea squad.
But this is what we want, and I want him to stay. And I'll tell you for why.
Yeah, we'd have to sign him for big money.
Right? No, I want to sign him.
Yeah.
Right. Not for horrendous amounts. Maybe 60 mil. Right. 60, maybe 70. Pushing it. 80 mil with bonuses, maybe. But I think he's got something that you can't buy. And I think that is passion.
Yeah.
Because he was a loanee for half the season. And my God, between him and Gallagher were the only people I've seen on that pitch fighting for the badge.
Mm-hmm.
Week in, week out. Chile and Reece included, but they were injured off and on. But sort of like a constant throughout the later half of the season, the last half of the season, I think João Felix has got that, I don't know, that passion to just play football, and I think he likes Chelsea, honestly. And I think, if you keep him, I think that'll sort of ingrain in him that we got trust and we want him here, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll boost whatever he's got going on. I think I want to keep him. I like the lad. He hates sports. But what do you reckon?
I think at the beginning I was definitely quite impressed with his with some of the games that he showed. I mean, even in that first game against Fulham, obviously he got sent off. But he definitely showed a real mercurial talent. But as his loan has continued on, I'm left wanting. I think he shows a lot. He's like a peacock to me. He's all feathers. He shows a lot. Okay. It looks pretty. He clearly has a really nice touch and good dribbling tech, but I don't think he's impactful enough, really, in the long term in the Premier League. And considering we have other players coming in who fulfill a similar role, who I think are more talented and bring more to our team, I'm not bothered about re-signing him. I've been disappointed. I think it's harsh, really, but I think he scored 4 goals, which was the most of any of the players since he signed. So that's saying something. But I don't think he brought enough, really, and I wouldn't be worried about him going. And
you just said he hasn't brought enough, but he scored the most goals since he's been here.
Yeah, I know, but it's still only 4 goals. And but
then you got to count everybody else.
No, I know, but
it's
just other stuff. It's not just the goal scoring. It's
okay. I think he's quality.
I think he's a bit of a passenger at times.
I think he's quality, and I think if we gave him the reassurance that we wanted him here, I think his love for us would grow even more, and his passion to play for the badge would drive him even more to become a better player than he is. And also, if we actually did keep him, he trained with the squad full time, give him a year, get him integrated into this squad, I think he'll be an absolute class asset. But, opinions are opinions.
Yeah, we agree to disagree.
And yours is wrong, so it's fine. I'm joking. So, I think, we're opposite ends there. But
fair.
Moving on.
Next
Mikhail Mudryk.
Yeah, Mihailo Mudryk. The other January, or one of the other January attacking incomings.
It's a hard one.
I mean, he can't go anywhere because he's been
He can't-
signed
yeah.
for a big fee, and he's on an 8.5-year contract, so he's definitely not being sold.
Yeah,
And
I want to keep him.
he's
I
definitely not
don't
going
think
on
we
loan.
should loan him.
No,
I think keep him, but he just needs a lot of work. And as I've said it multiple times, he needs the key to unlock the talent that we know that's hiding within there.
Yeah.
And get him playing games, because coming on as a 20-minute or a 10-minute substitute is absolutely pathetic.
Yeah.
But that's Lampard for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think keep him. All I want, right? Please, someone get him a fucking PR team, for fuck's sake, because I can't be asked him getting absolutely trolled and lambasted online for absolute crap that he puts on Instagram. Just turn your phone off, lad. No one cares.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely. I think back to his game against Real for Shakhtar, where he put on a clinic. He had the Real fans clapping him as he went off the pitch, as he got subbed off. So he clearly can do it. He can do something. It's again similar to Felix. I don't think he's quite reached the heights that his talents suggest he can. But this is not a loan signing, as we said. This is a big money transfer, and I think he can come good. And again, in a proper squad with like passionate
Proper
players
management.
who want to win, who want to score, who want to be physical and fucking beat teams properly and not fanny about and just hold possession for the banter like we did under Potter. I think he could be a very, very, very...
Hold possession. If we concede, hold possession.
And the lads gave it everything. FC.
No...
I think he can do a lot. I think he'd be very dangerous. Definitely keep Mihailo Mudryk. Fingers crossed he can come good next season. And also, while you're doing the PR team stuff, can you also get laser tattoo removal? Because every single one of your tattoos are shit, all right? And you
get a haircut.
And get a proper barber.
Yeah.
All right? I want a short back and sides from you, son. I want you to come back.
Just call up A-Star Barbers, get a little fade on.
Ask him, do me a Hazard, bruv, and channel Hazard's power.
That's it. Because you got definitely the potential to do that.
Yeah.
So moving on, Raheem Sterling. Thoughts?
Yeah. Keep. Keep.
Okay.
I think he inhabits quite a good role in our squad. He's an older attacker of a squad of very young attackers.
Yeah.
This is a guy who scored over 150 Premier League goals. He can do it. Again, in a proper functioning team, he can do it. I think the thing about Sterling that I think is clear to see is that he can't do it on his own. Like maybe we thought he could, and one of the reasons why he came in was to be that guy. I don't think he's that guy. He needs a well-functioning team around him.
He adds something.
But he does, he does. And I think like all of the talk about his attitude and personality, I think is way overblown. He's had people against him for his whole career, probably I think unfairly, really. Keep him. I like him. He's from West London, so we got to rep that. And we know he can score goals in abundance if given the opportunity. So we don't have many players in our squad who we can say that about. So keep him.
Okay. Keep. Yeah, I agree. Armando Broja.
Keep him.
It was just very unfortunate for the injury.
So unlucky, man. It is a real killer. I mean, talking of Raheem and Broja, Raheem actually said like one player that people don't know about that they will get to know about is Broja, because apparently in training and that he is a fucking beast, an animal.
Yeah.
He's only scored one goal this season. It was a fantastic finish against Wolves, like right at the end of the game. He's 6'3". He's hench.
Yep.
He's strong as hell. He's fucking rapid as well. He's one of those players who doesn't look fast, but actually is unbelievably quick.
Technically gifted as well.
Yeah, I think he could be a real proper Premier League bruiser, and I think for us, what we need is a striker who hasn't come in for big money, who doesn't have the number 9 curse, comes in as an academy player and is allowed to just do his thing. I think he could be a really good player.
Like you saying bruiser, and stuff like that. I think he, like the stature of him, the speed, the talent that he got.
Yeah.
If he gets enough game time and integrated into the squad, he could be the next Costa.
Yeah.
Because like all of his traits sort of like point towards
Costa-esque, definitely.
that brute forward, like when you go against him, defenders
Oh,
know
you
you're
must,
going
yeah,
against
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? They're like, oh shit, they got fucking bro here.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
jeez.
yeah.
And he's just looking you in the eyes with them fucking, what is he? Is he Albanian?
Yeah,
Something like
he's
that? But I know
Albanian.
he's
Let's
English, but
go. He's
you know,
Albanian. Yeah. So,
yeah.
which I love as well because I've had a lot of. I mean, my best friends in my life have all been Albanian as I've been growing up in
Yeah.
school and that. So I've got a very soft spot. In fact, I went on my stag do to Albania. All right. So I am an honorary Albanian. So Kuchezi for
Yeah,
Armando
all that.
and
Yeah.
Forza Shqipëri
But
for Albania.
but he was born in
He
Slough,
was born in
so
Slough, which is unfortunate.
unlucky about
But
that.
yeah, but can't wait to have him back in preseason.
No,
And
I like him. I like him as a bloke as well. He's funny as fuck.
and consider this. He is actually in it in his back
Yeah.
in the stuff he does, the promotional stuff at Chelsea behind the scenes. He seems like a good lad.
Yeah.
But just to mention as well, think about what Pochettino did for Kane, who was a young striker at Spurs, who came back
Oh
from a
my
loan.
God.
You know what I mean?
Imagine.
Who needed some development, who needed some encouragement,
Yeah.
and look what he's turned him into. The best striker that the Premier League may have
Absolute
ever seen. So
animal.
very excited to see how Broja plays under Pochettino.
So going from a high to a low,
Oh.
Hakeem Ziyech,
Yeah.
get out of my club.
Yeah, I don't know how you say that in Arabic because he's Moroccan.
Get out of my club.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I mean, you know, Ajax called him like the Wizard of fucking Amsterdam. Again, if that's the best you can come up with, you're dead, bruv. He's never really hit the heights. He was signed after a good Champions League performance against us a few years ago because Lampard liked to cut off his jib. Not for me, Brev. Never really worked out. He's just too touch and go. To be honest, he's got
terrible.
All he's got is a great left-footed cut-in cross, which can be very powerful, but it's too one-dimensional. And in the Premier League, you're going to get found out.
You need 5 dimensions
exactly to really do it, and he just doesn't want to be here. You know what I mean? So
now,
see you later.
Moving on to another interesting forward.
Yeah,
David Datri Fofana.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Loan.
I think loan as well.
I think Broja's coming back and Kunku's coming in. Fofana won't really have a real place in that squad, and he won't play enough. Every time I've seen him, he's looked very interesting.
Yeah,
but he's only 20.
He looks hesitant at the same time.
Yeah, I think he needs a loan. I think he needs to go somewhere in Europe or in Championship would be a good loan, I reckon, for him.
Yeah,
just to get his sea legs, as it were.
No, definitely.
Needs
find his feet. And then, you know what? It'd be good if he could actually get into a Premier League team like a Sheffield Wednesday or something like that. Is it Sheffield
United?
No, Sheffield United.
Yeah,
sorry,
United.
Sheffield United or Luton Town.
Yeah.
Someone just like a lower team that he can actually play in, but actually get his bearings in the Premier League and get him up to that sort of standard that we need and see what he can do, basically.
Yeah.
But I agree, a little loan, but he's not a bad player at all.
No.
Moving on to bad players, Kai Havertz.
Shai Havertz. I think he's had long enough now. I think he's played enough games. He's got 30 goals in like over 150 appearances. He's still obviously young. We know that he's still only 23. I just don't think he's ever really going to make it in England.
He's too lazy.
He's
slow. He hasn't got the potential for a forward because he doesn't have like the mentality or the instinct or anything really. I know that we always get told, if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But fuck that, bruv, you're shit. I mean, oh my God. How many fucking chances do you need?
Yeah.
And we've all put you on a pedestal because of that shitty goal against Man City in the final. Wasn't shitty, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, it's just like, we can't just rely for one goal. It's been 2 seasons now, and both seasons you've been wank. So, no, sell. Yeah, just absolutely shite.
Fair enough.
What do you think? Sorry.
No. I'm quite torn, but again, it's one of those things like if I was actually watching him play now, he'd be pissing me off. and
Exactly.
simply put, he doesn't affect games enough at
He doesn't
a
do
high
anything.
enough rate. And I think we've got enough other attackers now
No, definitely.
who can
Mate,
sort of
compare him to Broja.
yeah, I know. Yeah, literally true. I'd rather Broja in there every day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think he's got good resale value as well. We're not going to obviously we're not going to recoup the amount we spent on him. We took a punt on a talented young player, but I think we could easily get a decent fee for him to go
35,
40. Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah.
But yeah, cheers for the Champions League final goal. But I don't need to see you lining
cheers.
up front next season.
Fuck off.
Last but not least,
my up and coming favourite fucking player.
Yeah.
Noni Madueke.
Yeah.
Absolute golden, talented, just an all round top bloody player that is.
Yeah.
And he's only bloody young. He's only bloody young.
Yeah.
Fights for the badge, which I love to see. I love the passion, the energy, technical ability, speed, fucking shooting, all of it, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, sell him. No, keep him, please. Keep him.
Yeah.
Keep him. What do you think?
Yeah, no, he's class.
Have I gone a bit overboard there?
No, he's class. Chukwu Nonso Tristan Madueke is his full name. I just saw that on the Chelsea website.
Jesus.
I thought that would be fun.
Yeah, we'll stick with Noni.
Yeah. Yeah, no. He's been our best player really in the kind of last few games of the season. Yeah, I think he's got a big future, and I really like his profile. I like his dribbling. I like his athleticism. He needs to kind of get his finishing a bit better. But he's only 21. That will come in time. I really like him. I like his he seems like a good lad as well. So there we go. That's rounded it all off.
That's rounded it off. With just to round it up, we have got 11 people to sell.
Okay.
And we've got one loan in Dark Trade for Fafana to loan
one loan. That's so funny. Yeah.
One loan, and then we've got 2 loan returns, which is Felix and Zakaria.
Yeah.
So in total 13 players. 14 players.
Yeah.
To do one basically.
To leave.
Wow. To leave.
Yeah.
So we've whittled it down there. You're welcome, Pochettino.
Yeah.
Any more advice? Just email us. But that's sort of like our rundown. Of everything.
Yeah.
Tell us who you want to sell, or loan, or keep. Please, comment whatever you think. And obviously we'll go through all the transfer wish list sort of thing in another video in the next week or so. Please remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you in the next one. I've been Clark, my illustrious co-host has been Bo, and as always, up the Chels.